Very sober. Okay. Hello, hello. Somber. Okay, let's see if it's working. There she is. You can tell I don't feel very good at the beginning. All right. Okay. Hi, Valerie. Hi, Valerie. Hot flash. Let's start with oils for emotions because for some reason I'm crying. I'll be right back. All right. What oils do you use when you are crying? All right. Had my skin cancer surgery. We gotta get these emotions under control. All right, so let's start with calmer. Sorry, I'm running late. Doctor's office is keep calling. All right. Phew. Yoku. Good tip. Good tip. Right, so this is why we have little jars. Part of Mom and Better. This is actually a candle that I bought, and I don't use candles because they're toxic. It makes no sense to intentionally light something on fire inside your home. So I dug the candle out and used a jar for my rollers. All right, so what do you use when you are having trouble controlling your emotions? Okay. Hot flash, Dr. Bills. All right. So let's talk about it. Let's start with the emotions. So I'm Lisa Zimmer. I'm a doTERRA Blue Diamond. I've been using doTERRA products since 2014, March of 2014. We're coming up on my 10-year anniversary. Yay! It's a very exciting year for me. All right. And so I like to come on here and talk about real life, what I use as things are happening in my life. And so recently, I had a health insurance experience at the end of the year where I had to go to the emergency room for heat stroke. I want to tell you about all the health things that I've encountered lately and what oils I use to help with my emotion. Yay! Look at already. Calmer, calmer for the win. How if I'd have started on time, I would know how long that took to work. But how long would you say that was? Maybe a minute or two? Calmer's already working. These things rock. I was really struggling to maintain my emotions there, and it was not working. That's it, calmer. That's all I used. Crazy. All right, so I had a heat stroke episode at the end of last year in my emergency room visit where all they gave me was fluids, saline, Zofran for vomiting because I couldn't stop vomiting. Um, I was starting to lose consciousness, which is why I had to go to the ER. And Ativan because the stress and trauma to my body and nervous system brought back some of my old myoclonus seizures where my arms and head and everything jerk. Cost me $2,000 at the end of the year. New health insurance, so no deductible was met, right? So at the turn of the new year, I was like, we're going to make this insurance work for me. And I'm getting everything out of the way. I'm going to be 52 this month. So I found a primary care physician. She did a PAP. She did uh, STD testing because I'm sexually active. Looked at my skin cancer, or we thought it was just a bug bite. And she's like, well, I'm not sure. Doesn't really look like anything, but I'd schedule something with your dermatologist. I had a dermatology appointment 2 days later. I'd already scheduled it for a annual skin check. So I went there, found out I had skin cancer. So that went towards my deductible. Then I also scheduled my colonoscopy. They wanted to do an endoscopy because I'd had some burning in the upper part of my stomach. Not bad. Turns out I think it was just from starting to drink wine and just eating some of the wrong foods lately. More chocolate again, some spaghetti sauce type foods, and wasn't bad enough to even do anything. I would just roll some digestion right there. But anyway, so got that done. And then a couple days ago, Tuesday, I think it was, I had my skin cancer surgery on the front of my ankle. So got all those things going towards my deductible. Yay! So I'll be out $5,000 very soon. Awesome. So today I'm going to talk about what oils I use for those things. So for the colonoscopy, right, I had to stop taking my vitamins and supplements. They said the week before. I stopped taking them about 5 days before. And so I absolutely positively have to use my doTERRA Everyday Vitamins Lifelong Vitality Pack for my mental health. And because I wasn't going to be able to use them, I needed to do something, right? So you just saw how fast Calmer worked. I was not able to control my emotions right after the video started for some reason. I was crying. And Calmer worked just like that, right? So I diffused oils around the clock the week before the colonoscopy where I had to stop my doTERRA supplements. I used cardamom in my diffuser. I've done a video on cardamom. Let's talk about cardamom's emotion. All right, and then we're going to talk about the oils I'm using to recover because my skin cancer surgery was much more invasive than I anticipated. Not prepared for that. Was not able to walk, and the pain was beyond my wildest imagination because of where it was located. Right, so let's talk about cardamom. I don't even remember what cardamom does for my emotions, but I am alternating at night between that and Shinrin Yoku. Shinrin Yoku, right, is our maintaining healthy blood pressure, cortisol. It rocks. But cardamom I need for, now I remember why I love cardamom. It helps with these negative emotions: anger, frustration, blaming, unable to think clearly. Helps you to feel more objective and self-control, respectful, tolerant, patient, and maintain mental sobriety. Cardamom demands that individuals stop blaming others. It asks them to take personal ownership and responsibility for their feelings. As they do, they will feel more at peace, calm, and in control of themselves. Cardamom helps to bring balance, mental clarity, and objectivity during the moments of extreme anger and frustration, which that is, of course, perfect for right now. It helped me through the holidays. It's helped me with rational function. So cardamom, cardamom, cardamom is in my diffuser, again, every night at bedtime. Okay. Right. So after, in hindsight being 2020, right, I could have used for in the fall, the heat stroke episode, I could have used my digestive oils, By the time I got home to my oils, I wasn't in town. By the time I got home to my oils, I was already so far gone and couldn't control the vomiting and whatnot and the dehydration. But in hindsight, right, when I have anything digestive, now I know to go to my book and look up digestive and use those oils for nervous system, for before any procedure, or after any procedure when you're shocked by the inability to walk and pain so bad that you are vomiting. All right, so lots of different procedures. So with the colonoscopy, as soon as it was done, I've talked a little bit about this a couple weeks ago in the video, but number one, I had the worst bruise on my hand. I have no meat on my hand and I bruise easily. I should have, as soon as they took the IV out, I should have had my helichrysum in my bag. All my doTERRA friends told me to, and I forgot. And I was so focused on not drinking water and not doing anything that I wasn't supposed to do that I completely forgot. I did have my calmer with me, right? But helichrysum, right, promotes circulation. It's great for bruising. So also helichrysum, I have it, I put it around the excision for my skin cancer, the very first one when they did the biopsy, right? It's very small. So that one I actually put, because it was very small, there were no stitches or anything. It was just a slice of it. It was about the size of, it wasn't as big as a dime originally. The final pink scar from the original biopsy was about the size of an eraser once it was healed. But I did use frankincense around it to help with the healing. I used my flute or balm roller, frankincense, lemon, on guard, oregano, tea tree, and thyme. I rolled that on the bottoms of my feet to help keep that healthy and clean. And it healed so fast that on the video a couple weeks ago, the entire scab, the very good sized scab, healed in like 4 days or something crazy, and fell off right on camera. And it was bigger than a pencil eraser at that time. The entire scab, it healed so quickly, right? So on the flip side now, remember that was just the like biopsy or right, the to see if it was cancerous. It came back cancerous. And so what did I do from the time I found out until my surgery? I used frankincense, DDR prime, and copaiba on that area multiple times a day, right, for healthy cells, because I wanted that area to get as healthy as it could so that when they went to do the biopsy, hopefully, I the cancers within the margins, right? So that I don't have to have this again. Please send up some prayers that I don't have to have it again. All right. Okay. So keeping the cells healthy, and then used calmer before the procedure. What else? It was an in-office procedure. They have a little surgery center inside the dermatology place. And oh, I used clove on the area. I don't know if you're supposed to do this. I'm just sharing my experiences. I used clove on the area prior to help with numbing the area and keeping it clean, right? So I have the procedure, and it was a much more into. I have a little PTSD because they didn't cover it, so I saw it, and it was a very big excision. So we'll have to look at oils for emotional health. So the nightmares that I had, the first day I used juniper berry. As soon as I wasn't able to fall asleep from the nightmares, I put juniper berry on my wrists, on my chest, on the bottoms of my feet, and in my diffuser. Right. Juniper is amazing for sleep and nightmares. All right, so as soon as the surgery was over, it was all covered. It turned out to be a very not pencil size eraser. I thought I was going in for a little bloop, 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 a stitch or two, and it's a good size area across the front of my ankle, extremely deep, and a lot of stitches, inside stitches, cauterizing of for the bleeding, and then some nerves were hit with the gun that cauterizes it. So I knew nerves were affected. I knew all the skin was affected, right? And what do we know about skin? Tree oils and flower oils, right? But it's very important that you don't put oils, you do not put oils on your stitches, sutures. You do not put the oils directly on it, okay? Um, it can disintegrate the stitches. My dermatologist was familiar with oils. She smelled me as soon as I came in, and she's like, "Are you?" She said, "You do yoga, don't you?" She could tell by my body and my health, I guess. And then she said, "And you use oils?" And I was like, "Yeah," because she smelled them. She said, "You smell amazing, but don't you dare put oils on my work." So she's like, "You will hurt my stitches." So I had inside stitches, outside stitches. There's a whole lot of stitches going on. All right. So, and then the bandage covered the whole ankle. Okay. Cynthia said, learn that the hard way with my C-section. So, I can put oils around the area. And then I'm still not doing a ton because if it heals too quickly, before I get the stitches out, it makes it harder for them to get the stitches out. Okay. Anna's the one that told me that. Anna did that on her shoulder and it healed too quickly. So then they had to dig the stitches out. Okay. So luckily Anna shared that with me. And so I left. I did put helichrysum just one time, far away from the site, but on the top of my foot, the bottom of my foot, and on my shin. Now, the reason I did that, I followed the nerve path because helichrysum is amazing for nerves. All right. Helichrysum is amazing for nerve and nerve discomfort. Right. And then nerves were affected, the nerve going up my shin, and then the nerve going out and over the bone of the big toe, all the way from the ankle to the end of the toe. And I know this because as they were cauterizing my ankle, my foot went and felt like I was being electrocuted. So that was fantastic. Okay, so so that's why I use the helichrysum for bruising and for nerve because I want those nerves to stay healthy, right? So helichrysum for nerve support. And then I had to prop it up and do nothing, which I am absolutely horrific at. So I used oils for calming and focus so that I would, because I was having a hard time sitting still. Now, keep in mind, it was incredibly numbed, incredibly numbed. So I was walking around and then and having trouble sitting and focusing. And but I knew I was supposed to put it up for swelling. So I finally made a little fort in my bedroom, got my leg propped up, and I made sure I ate because I knew once the numbing wore off, I wasn't going to feel like cooking or whatnot. And got my whole little bedroom area set up with oils for aches and discomforts. I located my turmeric capsules for aches and discomforts. I located my deep blue, and I already have my Copaiba soft gels out all the time anyway, and my On Guard soft gels out anyway, just right inside my master bath. Right. So why did I want those? I wanted the On Guard soft gels for immunity because I was exposed to people. That open wound area was exposed to who knows what as they were doing it. And so I wanted my immune system strong. I did forget because I was overwhelmed. I did forget to take my Lifelong Vitality Pack, and 100% transparency. I have forgotten to take it every day since because I've been so overwhelmed. Um, and so that's contributing to when I got on camera today, I started crying. There's a few reasons. I'll tell why am I crying, right? So I'll put why cry so I don't forget. Right, why cry? Right. So one, falling off the wagon with my supplement routine. When my routine is out of whack, I struggle to remember to take the things that keep me healthy. And for some reason, I was eating massive amounts of food. I ate more food from the time I had the procedure to today than I normally eat in a week or more. In one day, I pretty much ate more than I eat in a week. So I have no idea what that is, if anyone knows. Um, and I've lost a couple pounds, but maybe from my body just working so hard to repair itself. We'll find out. Um, right. So I did the soft gels for immunity. I rolled the bottoms of my feet and then put my socks on with thyme, arborvitae, oregano, and melissa. Right. So I didn't just do the balm. This is my big guns. Okay. This is my big guns roller. And I roll the bottoms of my feet again for immunity. I don't want my wounds getting infected. I want to keep all that area healthy. And then the cardamom for the good attitude and no victim mentality. Okay. Cardamom in my diffuser, and it has literally been shooting on me in bed. Then earlier in the evening, I think my procedure was, I finally had it at about 1:30, 2 o'clock, somewhere around there. They were running a little behind. And then I think by between 6:30, 7 o'clock, I was in so much pain that I wasn't able to function. I was not prepared for that. And I had directions that I could only take Tylenol. Well, we don't own Tylenol. So went to my doTERRA friends because I couldn't even walk in my office to get my book. And they were like, yep, deep blue for your aches and discomforts, turmeric, copaiba. So I knew that already, but when you are in a stressful situation and these things are happening, it's extremely difficult to remember what you're supposed to do. Okay. And then you don't feel like doing it because it's very difficult to reach because anytime I stretched, it pulled the stitches. So they cut out such a large area, and the skin on, and there's hardly any tissue on the front of your ankle. It's not a meaty area. So the skin is pulled extremely tight. So it's very difficult to reach there to get them on my feet and to get them on the area, right? Because anytime I stretch there, extreme pain, nerve pain, the pulling, etc. And that area was so sensitive, right? So I got a great recipe for my discomfort. Okay, so ready? I got a new trick for my stickers too. So this was for, I put this on my shin and on the bottoms of my feet because my skin cancer wound was so big and it was all covered. Okay, so it's up my shin a little bit and on the bottoms of my feet. So I just took a recycled bottle. I keep my doTERRA rollers when they're empty. This is an empty rose, and I have so many of them. I didn't need to refill it with rose. Keep these empty doTERRA bottles. Rose is great for the skin. So there was some residual rose left in here, even though it was empty, right? I didn't have to clean it out. And then I wrote what it was for on a blank green sticker, just a sticker that was handy. And I did frankincense, copaiba, myrrh, marjoram, lemongrass, and helichrysum. So this is for the discomfort as soon as it was coming in. And I wrote on my sticker FCMMLH so that I would remember what was on it. I did not think of that part until it worked. And then I was like, we are not losing this roller, right? So I will, again, full transparency. I could not even think straight from the pain, and I was actually throwing up from it. So luckily, Jackson was here by then. I called him to come help me, and he had a garbage can there. And luckily, I already have Digestin, DDR Prime, and Arborvita. This is my morning and night belly roller. I already had that, and so I only threw up once. As soon as I started throwing up from the pain, I grabbed this, rolled it on my stomach, smelled it, and it calmed that. And then because I was struggling with the pain so much, I did resort to taking uh, a painkiller. So had to get through, right? I had to get through the personal, like natural health wellness person, right? So it was a time of need because I could not rest and I could not wait for anything else to work. I did not have this recipe yet. Okay, so I did resort to taking something, and I will tell you the shame that goes with that when you're a natural health and wellness person, right? Um, so I took that, and then had not kicked in yet. And then I had Jackson go get these oils. I didn't have this roller made yet because I didn't know about it. So I guess the moral of the story is make sure you're prepared. Okay, I was not prepared for this situation at all. I did not understand how serious the excision would be, how big, the pain, the number of stitches, all of it. I was totally ill prepared. And by the time the numbing wore off, it was too late. I'm here by myself, right? There's no one here to take care of me. So I ended up taking the pain pill. Hadn't kicked in yet. Jackson grabbed these oils individually, and I just started putting them on the bottoms of my feet and of my shin. And I got relief. So, right, I should have waited. I should have tried my oils first, but there's so much overwhelm and confusion and panic. I couldn't walk. I could had to crawl to the bathroom, and that was painful because it was pulling on the area, right? And so I have, fortunately, all of the time in my little jar, just like this. I have a black one like this next to my bed. I always have Calmer. I always have Digestin. I always have my immunity roller. I always have, what else is in there? I always have Shinrin Yoku. I have the cardamom. What else is in there? Oh, and then now the next morning I wanted to make sure and use Zendocrine, right, to get my liver clear because I did resort to taking that pain pill because I panicked. Okay. I want that those toxins out of my body. Okay. So I've just rolled this around the area. The next day, when I got up, I rolled this roller of frankincense, copaiba, myrrh, marjoram, lemongrass, and helichrysum. I think I did like 10 to 15 drops of each in a 10 milliliter roller topped with fractionated coconut oil. Again, roll the bottoms of the feet up the shin because the whole area is covered in giant white bandage. So then at 24 hours, I could shower. So I showered, I left the bandage on, took the wet bandage off after the shower, and then cleaned it by spraying colloidal silver. Just sprayed the daylights out of that sucker, and all the black blood just melted right off. And then I covered the area. Again, this is not medical advice. This is just what I did. They wanted me to use Vaseline, which I ended up refusing to use because it's a petroleum product, right? So I used Correct X on it to keep it moist. My sheet says a moist wound heals faster than a dry wound, right? So and then I covered it with a fabric Band-Aid so it's not going to stick to the wound, and I made sure I have a zillion band-aids for some reason. I made sure it was a band-aid where there was no sticky stuff on the side because my suture um my stitches are like that long. So I have like three band-aids lined up um, going the opposite direction, right? So no sticky stuff is touching it, okay? And I'm keeping it moist, right? Um, and then I rolled around that area with my discomforts roller, right? So let's talk about Copaiba is on sale this month, or free. It's not on sale, it's free. Hopefully you all got your Digest Zen free, right? I use that every day and for an emergency like this where I was throwing up from the pain. I use Copaiba every day. It's in my hair growth spray, it's in my body spray, and then it's in this roller for discomfort. Right. You can get Digestin, Copaiba, Supermint, and Tangerine all free this month if you're an existing customer. If you're brand new and getting started, you can get Digestin, Supermint, and Copaiba free. Spend 200 PV this month and get $122 in free oils. Okay. So Copaiba for pain. It is for the C word. It is for tendons, respiratory, dopamine, intestines, keeping area clean and healthy, digestive upset, anything skin related. It's for aging skin, wound healing, and collagen production. It's for maintaining healthy blood pressures, feelings of anxiousness, trouble with sleeping, right? Add all of those. So Copaiba is in there for the discomforts that I was feeling, but you'll notice all those other great benefits from it. Okay. Now I don't need this anymore. I just had the surgery around 2 o'clock on Tuesday. 48 hours later, I haven't needed this. I have not needed anything for pain since last night. So I'm very excited about that. So 2 deep blue capsules, 2 turmeric capsules. Once I was done panicking the very first night about how serious it was, when I took the pain pill and was disappointed in myself for taking that, um, I did a better job at taking the 2 deep blue capsules, 2 turmeric capsules, and 2 copaiba capsules. And I spread them out. I didn't take them all at the same time. I took 2 deep blue and then watched TV. And like an hour later, I took 2 turmeric, and an hour later, I took 2 copaiba. The copaiba made me tired. That's why I take it at bedtime. And but then yesterday I did the same thing. Like every 2 hours, I took 2 of something. And then again, the copaiba made me tired yesterday afternoon, so I took a nap and kept it elevated. Okay. If you do have some sort of surgery on your lower extremities, it is further away from your heart. So it takes longer to heal, right? Because the blood is not pumping and getting to it. Okay. So just know that. I do remember that I had some skin cancer removed 20 years ago. I think I was pregnant. I didn't get to keep that baby. It was right before I got pregnant with Jet. So a few months before I was pregnant with another baby, and it didn't stick. Anyway, they took skin cancer off my nose and my ear. They're very small, and on my thigh, and my nose healed immediately, and my thigh took weeks to heal. That was pre-doTERRA, and it's because it's further away from the heart. Plus, your face is very vascular, heals very quickly, right? I am having trouble with the beating myself up about taking the pain pill, Anna. Right? And but I am in hindsight glad I did, because I did have some people reach out to me privately that said take the pill, get some sleep, get your bearings back, and dive into your natural options when you can think more clearly, right? But really, what I want you to do is be better prepared and have Put your every oil case in the bed next to you, right? You can use your oil straight. Have a little coconut oil pump there, and and then keep your book in bed if you're gonna be you like I didn't realize I wouldn't be able to walk or that it would be difficult to do anything, right? So be better prepared than I was. Okay, so those around it, keep it moist. Um, what else I've been doing since? And then get back on your wagon, right? I should have taken my awesome supplement tray into the bedroom with me because again, the best I could do was get to the bathroom, right? Luckily, my bathroom is very close to my bed. Less, it's like 10 feet. Um, what else do we have going on? So I don't want to do a bunch of oils around that until the sutures come out now because I don't want it to heal super quickly. I am going to keep an eye on it. I am this Tuesday going to take a picture of it and send it to them and make sure it's not healing too quickly because I don't want them to have to dig the stitches out. She said my follow-up was in 2 weeks. And she said I look like a fast healer. We talked about oils. Oh, the other thing that was fantastic, they were amazing. So they were in support of the oils, just not putting the oils in the stitches. You don't do that. And she did not know. She saw a scar on my foot and asked me about that. And then when they were doing the procedure, they were asking about the antibiotic um, allergy on my chart. She said, I saw you put no fluoroquinolones and that you were allergic to them. What kind of reaction do you have? I said, well, I don't have your everyday normal reaction to a fluoroquinolone as far as an allergy, but on pill 5, it did put me in a wheelchair with brain damage. And they were just like, what? We give that out like candy. Verbatim, that's what she said. She said, tell me more about that. And so I did. I shared with her my fluoroquinolone story. Please share that story wherever you go. They were very receptive. This place was amazing. If you're in Fort Myers, it was Millennium Physician Group, I think, or On the Spot Dermatology. Okay, they were fantastic. And she said, please tell me more about that. I told her about that, the dangers of fluoroquinolones. And she said, we are going to be more mindful moving forward because we do have other options for other antibiotics. So share your doTERRA stories, share your health complications stories. If there is something that they can do better, like don't prescribe fluoroquinolones, share those stories. They don't know what they don't know. Okay. And I felt really good at how receptive they were. And they thanked me for sharing my story. Right. So that was fantastic. So then also following any medical procedure, I cry. Why do I cry? Because I have severe PTSD from physicians from being treated so horribly when I was disabled from the antibiotic. They didn't believe me. They treated me like garbage. They said I was just depressed, blah, 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 blah. The disrespect and the horrible medical treatment I received post fluoroquinolone toxicity and being disabled from it. When I have a good experience, and I had good experiences at all of my Millennium Physician Group appointments, whether it was the primary care physician who ended up doing my PAP, so I didn't have to go find a gynecologist. And she was amazing and took her time with me. To the gastroenterologist was he was a little dry, but the office was amazing. They treated me like royalty, I felt like, compared to most places. And and then at this, I cried because they were so amazing. That is a PTSD response. And I said, I'm sorry. When I have a good experience with a physician, when it's all over, I cry because I have PTSD from being treated so poorly. And I said, I'm just so grateful, and I will go and write on Google some great reviews for these doctors. It's very important that you are treated with respect for your health care. That helps in your healing. It helps with your body's health. Your attitude and positivity helps you heal quicker. It's that simple. I used to be addicted to surgery shows, like those plastic surgery shows, the before and afters and all that. And you will hear those physicians say you are going to heal well because you have a great disposition. And they'll say privately that person's going to have trouble healing because they have a terrible disposition. They don't have a good attitude, and it affects your health, right? So it's very important that you have physicians, you have choices, right? So make sure you're choosing physicians that respect you. I finally found physicians that I like and feel respected. Right. So then, Patricia just asked a question, and I'm glad she did. So after my colonoscopy, I doubled and tripled up on my PB Restore. That's the new probiotic. And Terrazyme. I wanted my gut to be in great health after they wiped it out. Before this skin cancer surgery, I doubled up on my probiotic and took extra Terrazyme. And then now I'm doing that as well. Right. So when I first did the video, I was unable to control my emotions. So that is a side effect for me. I get very sad and angry if I take a pain pill. I took one the first night. I'm glad I did, and I wish I wouldn't have because I wish I would have been more prepared and I would have had my tools at my disposal for aches and discomforts. And uh, then I forgot the after effect for me is I'll probably be moody today. Yesterday I slept a lot, so I didn't notice the side effect, but I'll probably be moody and a little angry today, right? So I'm using my oils to help with those emotions. But now I am back on track. I don't normally take On Guard soft gels during the day. I only take 2 at bedtime with the Copaiba soft gels. But I'm going to take more today because I want to make sure that I don't have to worry about my immune system, right? Being down from all the trauma. I have adaptive going in the kitchen full blast. I have a condo, so that big one in the kitchen is reaching everything to keep my mood positive and healthy. I'm not worried about the vanity part of this unexpected scar across the front of my ankle. That doesn't bother me. I just want to make sure that it heals well. So I'm not going to be doing too much now. So as far as oils around that, because I don't want it to heal too quickly to make it difficult to get the stitches out. As soon as those stitches come out, that baby is getting getting oiled like crazy, right? Make sure you have Correct-X in your inventory, right? Make sure you have Correct-X in every room of your house. This stuff is amazing and inexpensive, right? I'm reading your comments as we go. Elizabeth wanted to know what was in my aches and discomforts roller. Okay, ready, Elizabeth? Frankincense, copaiba, marjoram, and lemongrass is what my doTERRA family recommended. And then I added myrrh and helichrysum for the skin, right? For the skin health and for the circulation. So again, I don't want my wound to heal too quickly so that it makes it difficult for the stitches to come out, right? So I'm going to cut back on that. Plus, I no longer am having aches and discomforts. Is it annoying or irritating? Yes. So because the nerves were affected, I can walk regular now, which I'm so excited because I couldn't walk at all. But I can't bend over without sharp stabbing pain from the nerves that were damaged. And so I just have to prop my foot up so that when I bend over, that skin doesn't pull and stretch with all of those stitches inside and out. Laura says, I missed the beginning. Can someone tell me what procedure? I had skin cancer. It was about the size of a pencil eraser. And so I thought my procedure for the removal was going to be like boop, 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 and a couple stitches. And it turned out to be very deep and very large area across the front of my ankle. And I was not prepared for that. And then I saw it. They didn't cover it when it was all open, and have a little PTSD from that. Right. So my oils for calming, uh, oils for overwhelm, my oils for positive attitude, cardamom in my diffuser. I'll let you watch the video again. Right. I do gotta go. I'm gonna hop on just for a couple minutes and biz tips. Share how you use the oils that we talked about today, and please share any experiences that you do have. I would love for you all to order Calmer and keep it in your bag or purse or car, somewhere where you can take it wherever you go for unexpected emotions. Laura, you'll be able to watch at the beginning of the video. I was just overwhelmed and crying unexpectedly at the beginning of the video before I even started. Um, but I wanted to follow through today. So luckily I had Calmer right here because it's always in my office, but I also brought an extra one in. And you could see it work right on camera in like 1 to 2 minutes. It was amazing. All right. Grab a book, look up the other benefits of the oils that I talked about today. Make sure you don't fall off the wagon with your Lifelong Vitality Pack supplements and your PB Restore and your TerraZyme. Um, I absolutely and positively have to take my Lifelong Vitality Pack essential oil and infused supplements every single day to maintain a healthy emotional balance in my body. I did remember to take the Restore because I couldn't stop eating for some reason, and it was in my refrigerator. And I crawled out there, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, with the amount of food I'm eating, I don't know if my body's going to know what to do tomorrow." So I did take 2 PB Restore, and I will keep doing that. Plus, the pain pill I took the first day when I caved can cause you to not be able to go to the restroom. And so, not having any issues. Thank you to my PB Restore pre, post, and probiotic. That also helps immensely with my mental and emotional health. So, all right, love it, love it, love it. Make sure you spend 200 PV this month so you can get a full size bottle of Digestin, Copaiba, and Supermint, absolutely free. Copaiba is in my hair growth spray and body spray. Supermint, I'm now adding, because I have some free, I'm now adding it to my body spray. And the next time I refill my hair growth spray, I'm going to use Supermint instead of peppermint. So you can get Copaiba and those free, and then Digestin. I use that every day. Then also, if you order in the rewards cart by the 15th, they're going to send you free full-size tangerine. You want to drink that in your water every day. In fact, I think I'll do that when I'm done because I took that pain pill. Make sure and cleanse my liver and kidneys, my filtering organs. Fantastic. All right. So use your oils for emotional health. If you don't know what to use, get the emotions book. I have to go order a updated version, but essential emotions, right? I don't know what the newest version is, but get it. Okay. All right. Oh my goodness. Catalin got 75 stitches on her abdomen. That's incredible. Oh, and then, oh, excellent tip, Diane. I made the mistake of giving away all my recharge. That's the new electrolytes for hydration. I made the mistake of giving them all away last week at my workshop and class to my customers and new customers. And so I did not have it. And dehydration potential is huge. So I did drink tons of water. It's very clear to me that I have got to use electrolytes because I go to the bathroom so much when I drink water that my body is not absorbing it like it should and not using it like it should. So it's very important that I use electrolytes on a regular basis. So make sure and order your recharge. Diane loves them. What's your favorite flavor, Diane? All right, I got to wrap up. I got to go do another video and then I'm hitting the bed and propping the leg up. All right, so so happy I have my doTERRA. Made me feel much more empowered. And had I not had these tools at my fingertips, uh, I feel I would have been in a much worse predicament. So, anyway, thanks for your patience today while I gathered my thoughts and emotions. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Happy oiling.